You've probably already seen a lot of footage and a lot of coverage over the tragic events that transpired this past weekend. Today, we're going to be talking about the 4 photojournalists that are responsible for taking those photos and some of the videos. We're going to be going over some images, and they are going to be a little bit graphic, but they are newsworthy, and I think they're very much worth sharing. Let's head to my desktop so I can share some of the images that these 4 photographers took on that day, and we're going to break down some of the images as we see them, and I'm also going to be sharing with you the gear that I think that they were using on that day. Let's head over there. Here we have Doug Mills of the New York Times, one of my favorite photos from his collection of this day. If you recall the video, you see Secret Service agents really piling on top of Donald Trump, and then them lifting him up to his feet. And immediately as he lifted up to his feet, he turned and he shared some words like, I think they were, "Let me get my shoes," which was a really odd thing to say, but in the moment of shock, it's normal for people that are in these events and these experiences to not really be thinking or not really fully understand what's happening in the moment because of the sheer shock, right? So here we can see the agents really lifted him up, and after he turned, he lifted his fist up in defiance, and you can see the blood on his, right on his cheek. Just an incredible photo. I think there's a little bit of blood here obviously from Donald Trump. Again, these are all Doug Mills photos. Here is another fantastic image of a Secret Service agent or whatever military branch, whatever law enforcement branch he is from, but just standing at the watch ready. Everything about this just is epic. From the gear that he's wearing to his position, his finger off of the trigger, at the ready, at the helm, just ready. Here we have a Secret Service agent. It looks to be like he has his gun out, or he's about to holster it. Doug Mills said something very interesting in an interview where he said that for a split second, Donald Trump was lifted up by the Secret Service agents, and then he asked for his shoes. He said, "Let me get my shoes." And then he pumped his fist in defiance, that photo that is going to be so popular that will probably win awards. Doug Mills said that after that moment, in a split second, his face, Donald Trump in this photo, I think is what he was talking about, went pale to the color because the realization of what had just happened must have hit him in that exact moment. And this photo right here really exemplifies that split second difference in defiance and bravery and just in the moment, and then to sheer realization of what had just happened. Here you can see this photo's definitely cropped in because you could see that it's a little bit out of focus, but it's just another example of just chaos, just absolute chaos, trying to get the former president out of there as quickly as possible. This is the photo that I really want to highlight about with Doug Mills. Is somebody a lot smarter than me did the math of the type of bullet, the velocity, the type of rifle, and everything, all types of aspects of this photo, and calculated that based off of his shutter speed, which was 1/8,000, that capturing this photo here that is definitely cropped in was a 1 in 100 chance, and he was able to capture it. Unbelievable. Just an epic photo. Here we have Evan Vuci of the Associated Press shooting on a Sony A9 III. This is the photo right here that will probably live in textbooks, history books. We're going to see this photo for the rest of our lives. Just an epic shot. And he was asked in an interview later on in the week if he had composed this photo with this flag up here. And in the interview, he said that he did observe it, but he was just doing his job. He was just capturing it. And because of the technology that the Sony cameras have and other cameras have, he was able to directly link all of these photos to a somebody that was receiving them and then sharing them with the public almost in real time. Epic shot right here. This one right here is another good one with the flag just in the back, you know, just absolutely wonderful. Wonderfully horrific, wonderfully scary. That was his first inclination right here. This is the photo exactly right after he got up and he asked for his shoes. He said, "Let me get my shoes." And when he turned around, the Secret Service agents didn't want to let him turn around, but he stood up and it looked like he forcefully took out his fist and then pumped it a few times and uttered the words, "Fight, fight, fight." Just epic. Here they're trying to, this is from Anna Moneymaker from Getty, and she is using a Canon R3, and I think I saw the lens, it was a 24-70 F2.8. I can tell just by the red ring on it, it was an L series lens, and the shape of the lens I'm familiar with Canon lenses. This photo from Anna right here, she was able to sneak in. And I think Anna is a smaller person, physically a smaller person, and she immediately ducked down to get these shots. And the autofocus on this just, you know, captures the total chaos in this moment where Donald Trump doesn't seem to know what just happened, or maybe he does, but just this photo demonstrates or shows that it's complete chaos. There's blood on his fingertips. Blood running down his cheek. Just epic. There's another photo from Anna, and this photo just is just a badass photo of a law enforcement official, whatever agency this individual is from, just trying to command and do crowd control, and is calling out what he sees and probably receiving orders as well. Again, just at the helm, just ready. This person back here, that's Mr. Doug Mills. And now I'm going to share, I wasn't able to find any photos from Jabin Botsford. I'm sure that I could dig them up, but what I did capture from him, he did have on the Meta glasses. He did have on the Meta glasses, so we're able to see a POV shot of everything that happened here. I'm gonna run this video one time all the way through, and then we're gonna go back and I'm gonna break it down for you. So here, 6:03, Trump takes the stage. 6:10, it's a normal day. Everybody's in the buffer, and then 6:13, chaos breaks out. Secret Service agents jump on former President Trump, and then they get him to his feet, trying to evacuate him from the stage and from the entire event. The photographers, if you notice, they don't stop. They don't stop. These photographers have all been cleared. They've all been searched. There's nothing on their person that could be taken as a danger. They've been vetted, right? They're professionals. They've passed through security. They've been cleared to be in this area. All right, so that's it through. So we're gonna start right here when the chaos breaks out. The person that's wearing the Ray-Ban glasses, his name is Botsford. And then here in the corner is Mr. Vuci, who's a Pulitzer Prize winning photographer, and he's taking the low angle, and Mr. Botsford is taking the high angle here. Again, these people work together. You know, they're not strangers to each other, and they're also trained professionals, so they know not to be in each other's way. And if they are, they don't interrupt each other. They just have natural movements based off of their years of training and experience working together. So that's Vuci. And then this is Mills right here with this Not sure what kind of hat this is, but I'll call it a fisherman hat. That's what it reminds me of, at least. So that's three of the photographers, and then Moneymaker during this moment has to be. If we go back here, this is where that shot was taken. So at this point here, it looks like the shot was taken somewhere through here. So Moneymaker is probably either on this side over here or has already circled the stage to the other side. Fast forward a little bit. And then here we see, so it looks like Botsford is using 2 cameras. One of them is this one right here, which I think is the A1, but I'm not entirely sure because this looks like it might be the A1 because the screen flips out and then there's this dial right here. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with Sony cameras. Go ahead and let me know down in the comments what camera you think it is. Yeah, because it flips like this too. I think there's only one camera that does that. I think it's the A7R5, if I'm not mistaken. And then Botsford at some point here taking shots. Here is Moneymaker. So it looks like Moneymaker has a Canon camera on her sling. These cameras are heavy, by the way. So for her to be swinging it around like that is really impressive. You know, it's just, she's a professional. So she's familiar with the weight, familiar with how it dangles, and you know, they're very durable as well. Moneymaker here, and it looks like she has a second R3 here with a 24-70 f2.8. I can tell right away that it's an L series lens because of the red ring, of course. And then here we have another, let's see, I think right here you can see, I think that's a 9. A93 is what it looks like to me. Secret Service agents with their guns drawn, trying to get the president out. Here we have Mills. It looks like he has a battery extender or he has a Sony camera with the larger Sony cameras. Not entirely sure what camera that is either. A moment of defiance. And here in the background you can see the flag flying. Just an incredible moment for all of it to be captured and transmitted to the world in real time. So there you have it, guys. I just wanted to share with you what I saw during these things from a photographer's perspective. I by no means am going to claim to be a skilled photojournalist. I don't think I'd be brave enough to do that. But in some instances, like, you know, when I'm on a professional photography shoot, say it's a real-time event like a wedding or even a birthday party, not that they have any relation to each other to what we just saw here, but I do know that from my own experiences in the world that I know, you just continue shooting, you know, and these are trained professionals that are award-winning photographers that have worked on their craft for many, many years. And it's just phenomenal to see their work in real time. It exemplifies true bravery, true courage, and a dedication to their craft in an ethical and just trying to get the job done. So like I said earlier, to these four photographers, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you, and job well done. Fantastic. That's going to be it for today, guys. Adios.